put this problem up. And I'm going to see how well, because how many problems have we done with related rates? 14, 15? All right, now, that's called, it starts with an R, E, P, E, T, what's it called? Repetition. Yeah, it's called repetition, taking problems and doing them over and over and over. Some of y'all might catch on to it. And we'll go ahead and put a problem up here, and I want to see with those that have done, those 2 or 3 students that have done the homework and done those problems that we've done in class, you should be able to do this problem without even thinking about it. Or you'll sit there and stare at it if you've done all my 13 problems but haven't tried any on your own. So I'm not going to let you off. If you haven't tried and you haven't done the homework, then chances are you won't sit here and stare at it. Oh, a boat is being pulled in to a dock. The rope is being pulled in at 3 feet per second. How fast is the boat, the distance increasing or decreasing? Be decreasing, so it'd be a negative at 30 feet when the boat is at 30 feet. I've got a couple of things. I'm going to draw a picture for you. And I'm going to put a negative right here because just let you know that what is the rope doing as it's coming in. It's an increase, shrinking, it's decreasing, it's coming in, being wrapped around the reel. So that's why I'm putting a -3 there. It's really not going to make that big of a difference, but now I'm going to take a minute and draw you a picture. And I don't know how I'm going to do this, but dang old water world. Alright, and I think the reel is at 4 foot. And I think that's it. It's supposed to be 30 foot. Can't type today. I think I'm still decreasing wrong. Maybe if I take some vinegar, I wouldn't make any mistakes. How fast is the distance decreasing when the boat is at 30 feet? Alright, take off. First of all, ask yourself, what do you have? What is given? In fact, I had a text last night if I was teaching Calc 1 next semester. I might not having too good of a time in Calc 1 this semester. What are you given? Good. dz dt. Now, how do you know it's dz dt? You can call it dh dt if you want to, for hypotenuse if you want to. You can call it dw dt if you want to. Call it whatever you want to, but you can call it dc dt. It doesn't matter, but it is the hypotenuse. I'm going to give it dz because that's what we did on another problems. Is equal to 3, negative 3. Now remember, I tell you there's 2 parts to these questions. Actually, there's 3 parts, but, well, let me redo that. Actually, there's 3 parts. The first part is to get your equation. Now, some people say, well, you could do the Pythagorean theorem and get your x. Yeah, you could do that too. I'm sorry, get your z because you got x is equal to 30. That's given also. It doesn't matter which one you do first. I could care less. Okay? If you want to feel confident and do something that you know how to do, then do the Pythagorean theorem. This is for those people that just sit there and stare at it. The first step is to label and find out what you're given. And you're given that. Now, here, for those of you that look at this and go, I don't know if I can do it or not, first thing you need to do is Pythagorean theorem. And find the missing variable. Now, why did I tell you to do that first? A little bit of psychology, because everybody in here knows the Pythagorean theorem, and plug and chug, and you got a calculator, and you'll say, okay, I got the first part, gives you a little bit of what? Confidence. Okay, so that's why I say do that first. You may not even need it, but the main thing is do it. So, what is it? 30 squared plus 4 squared is equal to c squared or z squared, and that's 900 plus 6, let's see, what is that, 16 is equal to z squared. Z is equal to the square root of 916. I think I did that in my calculator. 30, let's see, 30.26. Might check that. 30.3, 30.26. So everybody at this point feels good about themselves. Now, do you have to do the Pythagorean first? No, you do not. That's a different part of the problem. You have to do that in order to find your x or y, whichever the equation that you take the implicit differentiation of, what you need. Now the second part is to find your equation, or the first part is to find your equation, whichever one you want to do first. Now what are we going to be dealing with? The Pythagorean theorem. So, what do you have? You have x squared plus 4 squared is equal to what? Z squared. I take the derivative of that in respects to t. Which should be like second nature to you. You should be going, okay, I don't know how to do that. If you're sitting there staring at it for 15 minutes, then I think you've missed all 15 questions. I think you missed the boat and the train. And you should what? Quit. I see where Republican headquarters was bombed.
Oh yeah.
What if that had been the opposite?
It'd be all over the news.
It'd be all over the news. Hadn't been on the news at all, hardly. Probably Donald Trump.
Mm-hmm.
He did it. He did it, and he grabbed a woman while he was there. Hopefully some people are starting to wake up and say, you know what? Something ain't right. Hillary's an angel. All right, what's the derivative of this guy? I'll do this one for you. The derivative of 4 squared is 0. I'll do that one. Now you do the rest. What's what? 2x what? dx dt. Dang, no, you've been paying attention. You're the one. Okay, what's this one? Okay, I'm going to play. If I was telling you to pay attention. All right, so 2x dx dt is equal to 2z dz dt. Now, based on what we're given and based on what we're looking for, which one are you going to solve for? No. I am so happy. It is possible for what? It is possible for students to learn what? Calculus. We'll have to go over in part 3.
I thought 4 squared would be 2 minus 1 and then the 2 over, so 2 times 4 is 1 half.
What are you talking about? Where?
4 squared.
Okay, let's do that. Let's go back to the first day of derivatives. I told you. Everything has a term and a what? Everything has a coefficient and a what? Exponent. So what is that exponent beside this 4x squared? What is it? X to the what? X to the 0, right? Everybody with me? And that's squared, right? Let's say the whole thing is squared. So that's going to be 16x to the what? Okay, now what? Use your basic law of derivatives. Y'all remember me showing y'all this? Now what?
Sorry.
I'm not being an asshole.
No.
No, I'm not. Why? Why do you think I'm being an asshole? No, I'm not. I never would do that. I'm just picking out something that I said the first day of class. Did I not say the first day of class, the first day of derivatives? Did I not say bring it out to the front? Is just today a bad day or what? Kate, I'm sorry if I made it sound like that, okay? I didn't mean to. You know I never did do that. You've known me too long for that. How many semesters you known me? 4. Have I ever done that to you? Okay. It must be the 4. Maybe I'm on drugs. 0 times 16 is what? You call me an asshole. And what's 0 minus 1? Actually, Kate, I tell you what, you're the first person that's ever had to do this. Call me an asshole. All right, 0 times 16 is 0. And minus 1, so what does this come out to be? 0. Remember me saying, the first day of derivatives, if you ever get confused, what do? You go back to the what? You go back to the basics and put your x to 0. That's what I mean. Maybe we should just all quit today. Sometimes my sarcasm goes a little bit too far. 3, and I turn into an asshole. All right, so there is our. This turns out dx dt. Somebody's going to go to my boss and say, "He said asshole." I'm serious. No, it doesn't matter if you say it. Just like Trump. Doesn't matter who says it. Trump did it. BZBT, right? Alright, dx dt is equal to z over x dz dt. Now let's see what we've got. Z. Do we have z? Hey, we got z over here. Do we have x? We got x right there, and z dz dt. We're into it. Rock and roll. Dx dt is equal to z 30 point what? I covered it up with something. 30.26 over 30, and multiply that by -3. And say the negative, all the negative does is goes through the problem and gives you a negative as an answer. And that negative, all that negative is telling you is that the rope is what? Decreasing. So really the negative is just something that's a symbol. Alright? So what does this come out to be? Calculator drill team. 3.03. Okay, whatever. 3.02. If you get it to 3.02 or 3.03, I think I could make you have all the points you need. All right. Pythagorean first, or you can do the Pythagorean second. Those first two are interchangeable. Now let's do another one. Now I'm going to let you do this one all by yourself. I'm going to give you 5 minutes. Let me just change the actual. Let's say that this is changed to 4 feet per second. And I want to know how fast when the rope is at 13 feet. And y, now I just changed one little thing, so the reel or whatever you want to call it is at 12 feet. Nobody's allowed to sneeze except for me. Alright, I'm going to guess 8:48. I'm going to give y'all 5 minutes. You see the board. If you can see it now. Yeah. Huh? I don't know. It is as bad as you thought. Maybe I need to lay off the Marlboro Reds. Something's not right. How about now? Can you see it now, Mr. Fricks?
Yeah, that's good. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Can you see the board now?
Yeah.
Okay. Evidently it didn't add you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right. So, what's the first thing you do? I think I gave y'all 5 minutes. All right, we got 13 as the hypotenuse, so 13 squared equals 12 squared plus x squared. $13 squared minus 12 squared is equal to x squared. X is equal to 169 minus 144, 25. And x is equal to 5. Did y'all get that? Yes, Hubert, we got that. No, Hubert, I didn't get that. 2. What next? Y'all tell me. I'm sorry, what? Bx squared plus y squared is equal to what? 13 squared? Because that's what they give us. And now take the what? Derivative. 2x dx dt plus 2y dy dt is equal to 0. Now we're given dz dt and we're given that the 12 over here, we're given the rope is at 13 feet. And we've already figured the x, 13 is 12, And then we got the x. So we've got everything we need. But which one is it asking for? It says how fast is the distance decreasing? So we want what? We want dx dt. But there's a problem. What's the problem? Did I? I'm sorry. I'm supposed to get dz dt. Oh well. Where did I go wrong? Oh, well, I got my notes here. So I'm supposed to plug in a -4 for dy dt. I don't know why I got that as dy dt. Hold on. Oh, those should be 12, but that's why. Let me go back. I screwed up. They give us that 12. Not. I messed up. Why I did those? I don't know why I don't read my notes. X squared plus 12 squared is equal to what? Z squared. Now the reason I know that is because a while ago I was saying we need what? What do we need? dx dt, and we're given what? dz dt. This has been a drill, I'm sorry. dz dt, so I don't have a dz dt in that previous problem, so that's why I need to redo it, because now I'm going to have a dz dt. All right. 2x dx dt plus 0 is equal to 2z dz dt. Now we want dx dt, so divide both sides by what? So dx dt is equal to z times dz dt over x. Now, when you get finished with this, what's a good test? A good test is to say, do I have everything over here I need? Do you? Do you have z? Yep, z is given at 13 feet. Do you have dz dt? Yeah. Do you have x? Yeah. So a good test, and that's how I knew when I was doing the problem wrong a while ago, I knew that something was wrong because I didn't have what? I didn't have dz dt. So when you're doing these problems, a lot of times you can look at them and say, something's not right. It may take you a few minutes, depending on how much vinegar you put. 3. Take my problem and plug and shove. is equal to Z, which is 13, times -4 over 5, and somebody crank that out for me. -10.4 feet per second. Let's see what I got. Yeah, -10.4. Now, so far we've covered just about every rate of change, related rates problem that we have covered. I mean, this is in the book. Did anybody think of another one? The searchlight problem is the same type problem. Searchlight is the same type as real and so I didn't have one of those. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna let y'all out early today. Yep, I'm gonna let you out early, but I'm gonna people who have any kind of advising questions or any type of math questions, I'm gonna let you stay and ask questions. Okay? Hold on one second.